Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on this somewhat kind of special and different video. Yeah. So we're celebrating our 1 year of creating videos for YouTube and kind of sharing what we're doing with everybody out there. So October 27th of 2018 was our very first video.
Yeah, the beard video.
Yeah, so it roughly speaking a video. So it was actually filmed with this little camera right here. So, and for anybody that's watched it, everybody's kind of come to know it as the beard video, like she said. So, and it was filmed right here in the barn, installing the solar light timer for our solar lighting that, you know, provides all the power in the barn and the shed next door. So, using this little camera that doesn't have a viewfinder on the side.
You cannot see what you're doing at all.
So, no idea what you're filming
right.
Till after the fact. So, I'll put a link in here. You can go back and watch that if you haven't seen it, and if you have, it's worth going back and suffering through again. So, basically, the majority of the videos from here down. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of an upgrade to our lighting in the coop. It's a solar-powered lighting for our chicken coop. So, we want to spend this video today just kind of going back, kind of a time machine backwards to look at what has happened over the last year as we've kind of gone on this adventure, and y'all have joined us along the way, and see not just, you know, what have we covered as in the channel, but what has changed. You know, you'll see some things that have changed around the homestead. People we've met along the way.
We've met a lot of great people. Yeah.
Trips we've taken, and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it all started right here. October 27th is when the video went up. I think we filmed it, I don't know, a day or two before.
Maybe.
Probably took a couple days to edit it.
Yeah.
So had no idea what it's done. So,
not a clue.
And we're still learning quite a bit, but I think things are getting a lot better, right?
Yeah.
We're getting better at kind of communicating what we're trying to do, and make it a little more entertaining, and you can definitely see more than that. So we're just gonna walk through a lot of the things that have happened, you know, the milestones and all kinds of stuff. So and a lot of people we've got to meet, and everything that we've kind of accomplished over the year. It's been a lot of work. We've invested a lot of time. A lot of it's been work. Yep. A lot of it's been fun. So it's been pretty neat. So November 5th was the second video, and it was what I'd call the first real video.
The first official video, the first real. Yeah.
You could actually see our faces.
You could.
And you could see more than just me in a dark barn.
Yeah.
You know, from the beard down. So.
Right.
That was working on the garden. So it was the first introduction to our garden.
Yeah. And
some changes we were making at the time. So that was.
And it's changed since then.
Yep. It was still shot with the same camera.
Yes.
But I actually put it on a little tripod and attached it to the top of the barn.
To the roof of the barn.
For parts of it, and down, you know, off to the side. I think we velcroed it to a T-post.
Yes.
You know? So
we did.
We did all kinds of creative things to try to actually cover a better view where you could see more. So
we used what we had at the time.
We did.
Yeah.
So we got creative and tried to show what we could, and show you a little bit of that probably. So and then just about a week and a half after that, we said this ain't gonna work very good. We put out a couple of videos, 2 or 3 videos. And we said we're gonna need a real camera, a real camera,
right,
or at least a camera where we can see what are we filming, right? It's not going to be a surprise when we go in to edit it, and we don't have to do things over and go back and do it over again. And so we invested in what we felt like was a real camera, and it's a very good camera. And that was our first real financial jump into this channel, and spent some money to really commit to it and try to make something out of this channel. So
right, which is hard for you to get me to spend, because I'm kind of a penny pincher type one. I'm like, I don't know, should we spend the money?
So when we bought that camera, we kind of pulled a little prank on the youngest one.
We did.
So
we did.
So I'll put a link to that video.
Poor kid.
And you can see she was not in on the joke, and she was a little upset with us, but it was funny. So and she survived.
She's okay.
So.
Emily, you want to bring it to us?
Really?
I thought she already had grabbed it.
Let's get into moving around and talking about all the things we've done, and we're going to take y'all along and
on our 1-year journey.
Yep. And we're gonna walk the homestead and cover a year at the same time, and hopefully y'all stick around and go with us here, right?
Yeah.
So let's see what we've done. All right, so traveling along here brings us into, I guess, January is kind of the next big thing, right? So somewhere in there between Christmas and January 1st, we actually had a viewer say, hey, why don't you make a video about the greenhouse?
Yeah, they were asking about the greenhouse, how we made it, wanted a video on that.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of footage in here, they'd seen it in the background or something, and it wasn't a project we were currently working on, so hadn't really crossed our mind that we should probably make a video about it, right? It had been in the past, so we went ahead and we made that video, and it was kind of a slideshow of the construction. We had a lot of pictures, but we didn't have a lot of video. We didn't have any video.
No, because when we were making it, that was before we started filming anything. We just took pictures of projects along the way.
That was the winter before.
It was.
So, so we made that video, and that's now been our most successful video as far as views.
Our highest viewed video.
Yeah, it's over 20,000 views now.
Just blows my mind. I can't believe that we have a video that people have watched 20,000 times.
Yeah, and that's quite a bit for us. So the next one behind that, as far as on the homestead, is
the brooder.
Yeah, the brooder, and it's 1,000 views maybe or less.
7,000.
Oh, is that one that high?
Yeah.
I didn't think that one was that high.
It's pretty high now too. Yeah. So those are I guess they like our projects.
Yeah, I have to go back and look at the numbers. I didn't think it was that high. I knew the one at the flooding stuff was high, but I didn't think that was. So yeah, we appreciate that viewer saying, hey, make that video.
Definitely. So give us suggestions. If there's something that you're wanting to see, you're wanting us to show you, please let us know, because it may be something we haven't thought about making a video.
Yeah, things around here that's everyday to us, we kind of tend to overlook and take for granted. And, we were really appreciative of that. So shortly after that video come out, about a week later, we hit 200 subscribers. I couldn't find the date when we hit 100. It's kind of the first milestone, and I remember it happening, but I don't remember exactly when it did.
And it blows your mind when you're like, why are 100 people watching us? That's really cool. Yeah. And it's exciting.
So I could find when we hit 200, and that was about January 11th, and I can remember that, and actually posted it to social media. It was kind of a big thing to us, so it still is. We appreciate every subscriber we get, so definitely. I can remember that feeling, like I said, 100 and then 200, so it was kind of a pretty big deal.
It was a big deal.
We were still we felt like a new channel, just a couple months in. Right. So what? Something else happened a couple weeks after that.
After our 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had a visit, kind of a cool visit actually. Yeah. We had Juliana from Dirt Patch Heaven come. Yeah. So take a tour around their place. And
around here they come to the homestead, and her and the entire family, and visited for the day, and we talked about all kinds of things, homesteading and YouTube and everything. So that was a great visit.
It was a great visit. They were really nice to talk to. I just enjoyed spending the day with them.
Yep, and they gave us kind of a outsider's view on the homestead, somebody that doesn't live here, and they looked around, and a lot of input and things. So
some really great YouTube advice from a pro who's been at it for a long time.
So we learned all kinds of stuff that day.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, so and we picked up more viewers from that.
We did.
And a lot of new friends. So we didn't make a video of that visit, but she did, and we'll put a little link right here. You can see that. So if you hadn't seen that video, that was great, and we appreciated it.
We did. And not too long after her visit, that's when we jumped up to about 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, about a month.
Yeah.
About a month later, it's 1st of March. we hit 1,000 subscribers, and that was crazy.
That was really crazy. I couldn't believe that.
So it really was, you know, kind of shocking, and that, you know, from October 27th and now we're at the 1st of March and we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And it felt like we were really doing something right.
We did.
So we're just thrilled to have that many people wanting to see what we were doing here.
I remember that night very clearly. Do you? That was actually really fun.
Yeah, we were actually on
very fun.
Roots and Refuge Live.
Yes.
And we weren't on there. We were in the chat.
Right.
And we actually had a contest going between us, Elkin Acre Homestead, and Sunshine Farms, New York.
Friendly competition.
Yeah. And we actually kind of got Natalie at Hey, It's a Good Life in there. She was trying to stay out, but we got her in too.
Yep.
We were all really approaching 1,000 subscribers, and we had this little kind of competition going on behind the scenes where we were just prodding each other and playing around,
get there first.
Yeah, having good fun, poking each other about who would get there first.
Yeah.
And somehow Jess and Maya found out about it, and on that live, all of us were on there at the same time, and Jess knew that Jennifer at Sunshine Farms was trying to get to 1,000.
She was close.
Yeah, she was real close, and she said something about it, and one of us said, "Oh no, she's going to win," and she's like, "What's going on with that?" And Maya said, "Oh, they're having a little competition. They're all trying to get to 1,000." And Jess said, "Oh, I can't just do that. You know, I'll feel bad if one gets there and the other doesn't." So she started.
Too sweet. She was very sweet.
She started kind of pushing all of us, and before that live was over, all of us, made it to 1,000.
Yeah.
So and Natalie got real close, I think, that night.
Yeah.
I don't think she hit 1,000, but she was within 100 or something. And boy, she blew that away. You know, not long after.
In a heartbeat.
And
she's wonderful.
Yeah, we were thrilled to see everybody hit. So that was a crazy Sunday evening.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
And it was one of those things where it's like, wow, you know, I don't remember, we were like 775 or something coming into that night, and then to jump up over 1,000, that was
overwhelming. It was
was crazy.
It was fun.
So that was that time frame in there. Boy, we really had some real fun times with the channel, and knowing that what we were doing was really reaching a lot of people.
Yes.
So, all right, so now we're to middle of March.
Yeah.
And it was a very wet spring.
It was the wettest spring I can remember in a long time.
We had a lot of rain.
Soggy.
Yeah, and it's kind of fitting as we come around here to the front gardens that you can see a river. That's not as big as our normal river when it rains.
Again.
we just had a lot more rain again. So
we have. Just the last few days, it's been really wet.
So always thankful for the rain. You know, the gardens need it, but we know there's going to be a lot of growth that follows.
Yeah.
Kind of like as we've grown the channel through the year, right?
Right.
So, bam.
Bam. Tie that in.
So, but kind of like the rain, you know, the channel's grown. Kind of, it'll go, and then we'll take a big hit, and then it'll just kind of plateau for a while, and then take off again. And that's just that's the way it works, right?
That's the way life grows.
Yep.
Yeah.
So things happen. You get big rain events, and then you get periods of no rain.
Yeah.
So you've seen through the videos the evolution of this front garden from 100% neighborhood garden to we shrunk it down some.
Yeah.
Got
kind of overwhelmed by the size.
Yeah.
Then
So we had lots going on.
Yeah.
We had basically we had new neighbors move in.
Yeah.
That were looking forward to it.
They were.
We were thinking about eliminating the whole thing, and it was a new season for the garden, and we thought, no, we did it for the right reasons. We're going to keep it. Now it may change, but we're going to keep the intent.
Yes.
So we did shrink it down some. We have a smaller perennial area, but we put the front part in overdrive.
We did. Now we've enlarged it again.
Yeah, we've enlarged it. It's going to be a different style, but it's going to be a high production.
Right.
And you know, we're going to try to support 100% of our produce and a big part of our food for next year, and also have the surplus to share, and you know, and they can come and get that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
kind of went back to why did we do it? Why are we doing what we're doing across the board, and make sure we stay true to that. So, you know, we're at the middle of March 2019, And what happened? You know, we decided to take off and go see some new friends face to face.
We did. We hit the road quite a bit to go meet people that we have met
Yeah,
online
we
and
had talked to for months.
whether YouTube or Facebook,
Actually
Instagram.
met just before YouTube, but met due to well, it was because of YouTube. It was where we first saw a lot of them. So basically all of them. So we decided to take a road trip, and we headed out to North Carolina to Honey Tree Farm, home of Casey and Tori Oswins. Not the home of, they are Honey Tree Farm.
They are.
So we drove out to see them and spent a day or two out there, and had a lot of fun, and then started heading back. Along the way back, Jess at Roots and Refuge said, "Hey, stop by."
Invited us over for dinner. That was really nice. You got to help on the big greenhouse before anybody else got to see it. We got to sneak peek.
That was that trip.
That was that trip. That was really fun.
So got to work on the window greenhouse, and sit down and have a nice dinner with them, and kind of break up the drive back, and that was great. Made a lot of new friends, or I guess we were friends
again.
with.
We met Jess back in November when we first started.
Did we?
Yeah.
In person?
Yep. We stopped by her house on the way to my grandma's
birthday.
That's
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. We've
actually
Yeah, we did. That wasn't the first meeting.
No.
That was first time we got to sit down and have dinner, wasn't it?
Yes, because we stopped in November. In fact, we didn't get to meet Maya then.
Yeah, Maya
so it was
wasn't
the first
there.
time we met Maya.
That's true. So that was last March, right?
Yeah.
And again, made a lot of new friends on that trip.
Yes.
So that was fun. Shortly after that, we hit 1,500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Another milestone, right? That's just 3 weeks after hitting 1,000.
Yes, which was crazy to jump 500 in 3 weeks.
Yep. So it feels like huge growth, rapid growth, and it feels like slow growth at the same time. I got to be honest. When you really get excited about it and you're watching it really close,
it
seems like some of those things are taking forever.
Yeah.
But you got to take a step back and say, wow, we really are doing really well with this, and hopefully it's resonating, and we're putting out quality stuff that people want to see, not just from are we being successful at this, but are we really doing it for the right reasons? Is that coming across? We feel like we're trying to educate, we're trying to share. There's got to be a certain amount of entertainment, but we like to teach people the things that we're doing, that we've learned, and that we're still learning. And it's hard to make sure that you're really doing that, right? Are you getting the message across of the value of these things and what you're really trying to share? So being an insider, it's like everything else, being in the middle of it all the time, is that message really coming across like you want it to?
Right.
And as we see that confirmation through more people subscribing, and the comments and all the things, the
and
feedback,
requests for videos, something that you see around here, just like the greenhouse, when someone asked us to make a video about that, we would have never thought about that, because it's just kind of our everyday life.
So it's just that it confirms that yes, people are getting the message that we're trying to convey, and getting the value out of it. So it really helps, and it's motivating, right? So that takes us right up to 1st of April.
1st of April.
At the Shindig. So again, Jess and Maya and VW Family Farms. That was our first YouTube event.
It
right?
was.
To where a lot of creators and viewers would be coming together in one place.
Yes, and the night before, they hosted a dinner for all the YouTube creators that were going to be at the Shindig, and we got to meet so many people. Yeah,
we met a lot of channels, people we had talked to, people we hadn't talked to, and honestly, some people that we'd never heard of their channel.
No.
And it was great.
I'm sure vice versa, they had never heard of us.
A lot of people probably never heard of us, so
yeah.
It was great to make those connections, and have those people to not only be interested in the same things, but also be kind of in the same position of trying to do this thing called YouTube in a homesteading kind of frame, and bounce ideas off each other and learn from each other. So a lot of value there, and a lot of just fellowship and hanging out for the evening, and just visiting with each
Picked
other.
up some great friends. I mean, honestly, I think, is that the first night we met Kira, probably?
I think it was.
We had talked
We
to
had
her
talked to her a lot. We met the Stivers for the first time.
All the time now.
Big Bear, 180 degrees from average. So there, there was a lot of people there that we got to meet. So that was great. And then the shindig the next day, a lot of people traveling in from all over for the event and meeting even more channels that showed up, but more importantly, a lot of our viewers. That it felt so weird when somebody come up and say, hey, we drove up here just to meet y'all. It felt really awkward. I mean, we were flattered and thrilled, but
it's nice and very strange all at the same time.
It feels like we're just people with a camera, right? So but man, it was great, and getting to sit and visit, and and we were the people with the comfrey, right?
Yeah, comfrey.
So staying true to our message and bringing that along. So again, just kind of reinforcing what we're trying to accomplish. And
I'll talk your ear off about comfrey, right?
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah. So that was April.
That was April.
Yep.
May was Baker Creek.
So
another trip.
Another trip.
We did a lot of traveling.
We did a lot
this year.
we did a lot of traveling this year.
Yeah.
We went in May. We went to the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival, and we got to meet even more people that we had been talking to.
Some that we talked to, we followed them, and some that follow us that we got to.
And a lot more of our viewers. It's the first time we got to meet Janet.
Yep.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, Janet.
So. And we finally got to meet the Hollers and Mike and Lacey, and a lot of these people that are living. Well, at that point, some of them were living nearby, were places we got to travel, but we haven't got to meet yet.
Yes.
So
yeah, we were hoping to get to catch up with Mike and Lacey and the Hollers when we were in North Carolina, but that just didn't work out that time, and so we all went to Missouri to meet instead.
Yep. So, and again, got to meet a lot more of the viewers. The kids were actually starting to feel kind of the effects of that, people recognizing them, and they were flattered with that also. So we had a great time at Baker Creek, and we had been there to the Baker Creek location before as a couple, but not as a family. So the kids got to experience that for the first time.
That was a fun trip too.
So that was another fun one.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to right here.
Right here.
Right here. So July 14th.
Some of you may recognize this placement.
Yeah. We did our first live stream.
We did.
And was that scary or what?
That was very scary. I was so worried about that.
Not just getting it to work, make sure it worked, which we had a little difficulty in the beginning.
Yeah. Funny thing is the first week worked fine. The second week we had problems.
Yeah. So, every Sunday evening right here now we do the live stream and get to visit real time with our friends, that view the channel. So it's great. It kind of really gets to kind of a big part of the point of the channel too, is that sharing knowledge and education stuff, and we get to learn real time. We get to teach and share information real time,
answer questions right there to people who really want to know something.
And we ask questions and get answers too, and we learn. There's a lot of things that we've learned on the lives that I didn't know.
Yeah.
Right?
There are, yes.
I didn't know what a crabby trap was.
Right.
so
our friends from down under have to teach us things that we do not understand.
So that was, we're talking about kind of reflecting over the last year, and felt like, we'd been doing live for 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah, just a few weeks it felt like.
Yeah, we've done 13 of them.
Yes.
We missed 1 week, so it's been 14 weeks that we've been doing that.
Right.
So.
And they were really, I was terrified that first week, but actually I think for me, I don't know about you, but I think the lives are easier than filming the videos, because I'm actually talking to you, I'm answering your questions, you're answering my questions, we're having a conversation, and that's what
we're doing. It's just easier. We're just sitting down with some friends and kind of visiting. Early on we thought, well, we got to bring a topic, we got to have a subject to talk about and all that, and that didn't last long.
No, because we found that when we did come with the topics, that it quickly changed to a natural conversation instead of a rehearsed. And really,
it may turn into a topic of the evening, but it comes from y'all. So, and it's more natural that way, and it's what's on people's mind right then, and let's talk about that. Now, you can't really prepare for that, and that's okay too, because being truthful about what do you know now?
Right.
What do you not know?
It's so much more natural. It's authentic. Like we're really having a real conversation.
Yeah, and people talk to each other in the chat, and it's
They do. I like to watch that. Sometimes I'll be trying to read and see if there's a question, and I get caught up in the conversation that everyone's having together.
I mean, it kind of feels like right now, like we're having a live. I mean, this is the
does.
way it goes. So it's great. So that was middle of July, and about a week later, after that first live, we had to deliver some chickens and go back to Jess and my Roots and Refuge, and
hang out with our friends again. And
made a video of that, and Jess made a video also.
Yes.
And when she posted that up, bam! I mean, we felt the impact of that.
We did.
I think we gained over 800 subscribers and new friends from that video.
We did. So, that was kind of mind blowing.
Within just a few
another
days.
trip to go see some friends that we've seen several times now.
That's really all it was, and it's just they wanted some more chickens. We had breeds that would take care of what they were wanting.
Yes.
We had surplus.
We did. We were trying to downsize a bit.
Yeah. So it just served both of our interests real well. And it was just remembering to film this time, right? Make a video out of it. We weren't going down there to shoot a video.
No.
We were taking them chickens that they wanted, that we wanted to get rid of,
and spending a few hours visiting with friends, and that was
hang
really
out,
what it was about.
Yeah, and visit and remember to video that, because a lot of times we'll do things and we'll forget. Oh, we should have filmed that.
Because honestly, when we went on our way back from North Carolina and they invited us for dinner, we really didn't pull the camera out.
We didn't at all. Jess did, but we just helped out. You were transplanting in the greenhouse.
I think of the kids playing
in one greenhouse, and I was out working on the other one, and we just hung out and visited, and then had dinner. So, and it
was honestly just about hanging out, fellowshipping with some friends, and I think we may have got a little video, honestly, courtesy of Emma, of the kids playing on the trampoline, and then of Kit and George. That was about it.
That was it. So right after this last visit, where we took chickens down, and a couple weeks later we hit 3,000 subscribers, and that's still just if you try to compare that to channels that have been doing it for a long time, and you see the 20, 40, 100, 200, 400,000 subscribers, it's like, man, we're still just a drop in the bucket. But you think about it, we got 3,000 people that have decided, we want to be part of your family, we want to be your friend, we want to follow along in your journey, and we feel like there's something of value that we're going to get from this.
Right.
I mean, it's humbling, and it's like, if you average that out over the year that we've been doing this, that's about 10 people a day that have said, I want to see what you're doing. I want to learn from, or I want to be a part of, or for whatever reason, I want to share in this trip. And you put it in that perspective.
It's actually for real right now. While you're talking, I'm getting tears in my eyes. That's crazy.
So it averages out to 10 people a day. And do you have the opportunity in what you're doing to meet 10 new people a day? So
it's weird. That's really making me emotional. I don't know why. That's kind of funny. This was not planned, I promise.
So it's pretty neat. So just got to keep it in perspective that that's what we're doing, and it's really it's neat and it's fun.
Humbling at this moment as you're talking about that number. That's crazy.
Yep. So kind of out of a quiet spell of just making videos, working in the garden, building new gardens out front, all kinds of things between late July and October. We knew it was going to be a busy time of year, so we didn't do much traveling or anything in that time frame.
Everything finally dried out enough that the garden started thriving, and we just honestly got busy.
And we started thinking about preparing for the fall garden and doing that, building all the new beds and new gardens and planning for next year, and what do we want to accomplish as a family, as a homestead, as a channel, and what are we going to have to bring, and really what's going to keep us true to what we're trying to do. So with our goal of trying to grow, raise, or responsibly source 100% of our food next year, or as close to 100% as reasonable, because we know there's going to be times we eat out, and being very deliberate about where we eat and who we support, and that, you know, I think that definitely goes towards our goal, even though it may not fit in that real restrictive about growing it or raising it or whatever. So,
right. But a couple of our favorite restaurants source locally. They, you know, they support the farmers.
And if we travel,
also,
you know,
so
there'll be effect on that. But, you know,
sure.
If we can shoot for 100, and, you know, even if we were to hit 80 or 85% of our food for the year, which we know we can do better than that, that's a huge impact, and that's a lot to contribute to what we're trying to accomplish. So, so that brings us around to almost current, right? October of this year.
Yeah.
We returned
last week.
Yeah, last week we returned to the Mother Earth News Fair in Topeka. It's kind of a annual trip for us. It's been traditional all the way down to places we go, where we stay,
right.
what we do.
Yes.
We look forward to seeing some of the same people and meeting new people. So having this channel,
comfortable trip, because it's a yearly trip, and we do the same things. So.
Having the channels afforded us the opportunity to meet new people, and even meet people that have also been going there for years that we wouldn't have necessarily crossed paths with or met. So we met some more people up there this year, and we've made some new connections. I think it's opened up some new opportunities for us. There'll be more to come on that in the future. And really give us opportunity to kind of continue and further the mission of what we're trying to do, whether it's working in the dirt locally or reaching out across a much wider audience.
Yes.
So,
potential, possible, exciting things that as they happen and develop, we'll share with you for sure.
Yep. So, you know, we'll put a link to that video and show you. Or if you haven't seen it, you can follow along.
It's kind of funny that you said crossing paths, because we met Pathways Homestead.
We met Pathways Homestead.
Funny thing is, they've gone every year that we've gone, and we had never bumped into each other, ran into each other.
And through YouTube, where we made that connection.
It is.
So, so if we were to say a year ago versus today, you know, what has the channel done? What have you know, all these things we've just talked about, where do we stand today? We're right at about 3,400 subscribers. So we really appreciate that. And again, I've said it several times. I said it at 100, at 200, at 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, and at 3,406 the last time I looked. It's humbling, and we feel that responsibility to earn those friendships, and you know, and to be true to who we are, and really put the real us out there, and share that, and you know, that community. It's great, and we really do appreciate it.
We've made so many friends through this year, and this year when you made that very first video with the beard, I would have never pictured that. I wasn't even sure we'd keep going with it. So I wasn't sure it was anything we would do, and definitely not that we've had the opportunity.
And anytime we do something new, you know, I'm the type, I have personality type, I just kind of stick my toe in the water and see. You don't stick your toe in, you jump full force and shove me along with you. Yeah, so we had no idea what was going to happen. It was just, and you know, and it was kind of prodding from friends that, you know, have seen what we do around here and said, you know, we really ought to be documenting this in some way, shape, or form, either blogging or vlogging or writing it down or something. Try to share that information, because we haven't been at homesteading for a year. We've been at it for a lot longer, and you know, we do have some experience, and we've been on the other side of it, where going out and trying to find that information, and you know, there's a lot of it out there. And
but
you know,
will it work for you?
We're not trailblazers,
no.
But we feel like we've got something to offer through experience and willingness to share everything we know, and also at the same time, you know, we're going to be asking for people to teach us too. Right. So we know we don't know everything. We don't know. There's a lot of things we don't know. That's why it's changed so much, so many times. We experimented, we tried, and so we want to share with you what worked, what didn't work. And you know, maybe save you some of the heartache in the years. So we've done 104 videos, I think, to this point. That's a lot of work, a lot of time. That's a lot of work. And enjoyed most of it. I want to say there's times where it's been work. You know, when you work all day at your day job, and then you come home and spend 2, 3, 4 more hours alone editing video. It is a compromise. Compromise. It's a sacrifice at times, but I think it's worth it. And you know, we try to get everybody included in it, and doing more so as we go along. And it's, you know, it's where we're at, who we are, and what we're doing. So, and at this point, we've now had 70,000 views.
Wow.
And again, there's a lot of videos that within the first few hours have that.
That's true.
But that's not where we're at. That's not what we've accomplished, and we greatly appreciate every one of those 70,000 views and the year that it's taken to get them. So if you just put it in perspective, it's humbling that 70,000 times somebody has clicked play on something that had something we've done on it. So we appreciate it. But it's been quite a year.
Yeah.
It's been a fast year, and it's been a long year.
All at the same time.
So we're going to keep doing it. We're going to really establish what we're trying to say. We're going to get focused on what we put out there.
Yeah. And let us know what you want to see. Like we said, our most viewed video was requested by one of you.
Yeah. So next year you're going to see a lot about our journey to what can we do in the gardens and with the animals, and there's going to be a lot on the homestead here. I'm sure we'll have some other stuff that's going to, as we have journeys or whatever, but we definitely want to stay true to what we set out to accomplish. And you know, if that evolves over time, then it does. But I guess we got to realize what's our strengths and be careful to not try to fit somebody else's mold, right?
Right. We have to be ourselves.
Yep. And if that means slow, steady growth, that's all right.
It's perfectly fine. And thank you to all of you who have gotten us to where we are now.
Yep. Because we know that you're here because of what we've got out there, and the true us, right?
Yeah.
And we want the true you, and you're going to get the true us, and we appreciate it. So we appreciate it, everybody. We do. Hopefully someday we'll get to meet all of you.
Yes.
Not likely, but hey,
we might.
Given the opportunity, we would. So thanks again. And I don't know, I've been talking the whole time. You got anything else to say?
I don't know. I'm just crying. That's all.
So, we appreciate y'all. Please stick around. And I will say, if you enjoy it, make sure you let us know. Either hit like, leave a comment. Hopefully you're subscribed and you've rung that bell so that you know when the new ones come up. And please share with your friends if you feel like there's anything that they'd get value from. Right? Not just to try to push up the sub count, but just we want more friends in here, right?
We do.
We've met all kinds of great people, and we know there's a lot more that we could meet. So bring them to the party.
Perfect.
So we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.